What I'm doing differently in this game is I'm not getting answers right, so I'm going to have to try to change that in the second half.
Holy cow, fangirls and fanboys, it's episode 20 of Electric Fancave on electricbeast.com, and have we got a show for you. Corrigan Vaughn and Kristin Lattarell here with Jeopardy superstar Brad Rutter. He's won millions of dollars, he's moved to Hollywood, he's bought a Porsche, and now he's on a podcast. Truly, the stuff that dreams are made of. We're going to shoot the breeze and get to know Brad a little bit before challenging him to a few games we're pretty sure he's going to lose. We like to keep the odds ever in our favor here in the Fan Cave. We have a lot to talk about today, so let's have a little less conversation and a little more action. And by action, I actually mean conversation. So, Brad, thanks for being here, homie.
No problem. Nice to be here.
Yeah, and Kristin.
Yes,
I'm
here too. Hello. So good.
Sweet. Yeah,
so good.
We're super enthusiastic about this. Big Jeopardy fans, as I think many of our nerd constituent who listen to this show probably are as well. Yeah, but before we get into things, I hope this is all right with you, Brad. Are you a pop culture guy?
Sure. Yeah.
Sure.
The questions I usually do the best at on the show. Except it's weird. There's always some kind of weird hole in your knowledge that it's something you're not into at all, and you're like, oh, I guess I've heard of that, but I couldn't really tell you anything about it.
Right.
Yeah, that's a very long way of saying that, yes, I am a pop culture guy.
True. Oh, you'll get along great with us in here. Long-winded answers, long road to a short thought.
Oh no. It's going to be
We like
a 2-hour-long podcast.
Talk a little bit about things happening in pop culture on this show. We figured mostly we're going to focus on the Jeopardy-ness and the Rutter-ness here, but I think there's
first, don't spoil Game of Thrones for me because I haven't watched it yet.
No, you're fine.
That's okay. We don't even know what that show's about. We honestly, is it set? Wait, you can actually settle this for us.
You can answer this
set
for
in
us.
the Dark Ages?
That's a good question.
Is that what it is?
It could be on another planet.
Oh.
Yeah, they don't really make it clear. It's just some place that's sort of old-timey, but they have dragons and stuff, and it's old-time technology, so it could be a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, but they had better technology in Star Wars than we do, so I don't know.
Or like Battlestar.
Or it could be like Firefly, where they're like pioneer people again, you know?
Yeah.
It's like they have techie things, but not really. I don't know. Okay, yeah, we were just talking about how we don't know what that show's about, except there's dragons. And a guy that looks like Hunter Hayes on it, which I'm pretty sure it's not Hunter Hayes, but I always think it is. The young guy, he's like...
I have no idea who that is.
Hunter Hayes?
No, not a clue.
He's like a country singer, but he looks like he's 12. And there's this kid on the show. I actually don't even know if he has a crown and stuff on pictures.
Oh, Joffrey.
I don't know. I only see what I... Huh?
Joffrey?
I have no
That's
idea.
a person, right, Brad? Joffrey?
I just dropped out for a second. What'd you say?
Oh.
You're pretending to talk about Game of Thrones. We're failing.
We should just give up on this.
We should. Don't worry. I guess the short answer is don't worry. We're not going to spoil anything because we don't know anything about that show.
Good.
So you have nothing to worry about.
We will broach, though. Did you see the trailer for Dumb and Dumber 2? I
don't think I've seen the trailer. I've heard a lot about it, but I don't think I got around to that.
It's really something. Let me tell you that. Are you a fan of the original?
Not as much as most people. I mean, I saw it back in the day, and I guess I probably haven't seen it since then. But it was. I think probably it was one of those things where everybody was like, "Oh my God, it's the funniest movie ever!" And
right.
So I was going into it like, "Okay, let's see the funniest movie ever," and it was funny, but it wasn't the funniest movie ever. So I guess I was kind of disappointed.
Yeah, high hopes. That can be a real problem.
It was this thing, Matrix with me. Like everybody was like, "Oh my God, dude, this movie's gonna blow your mind," and then I watched
right.
And it was a good movie, but my mind was unblown.
Intact.
Yeah. Your mind was intact at the end of it. I mean, I think being a kid watching Dumb and Dumber, it obviously like hits you on a different level because it's so stupid that it's just like the most brilliant thing you've ever seen when you're 10 or whatever. But it's not. And so I don't think it needs a sequel. Personally, with the same characters, and they look ancient. Laddie, you watched it.
I did watch it. I wish I hadn't watched it because I liked the old one too, or the first one as well. Thought it was super funny, and there's times when I'm like always quoting, I'm like, you've had 2 pairs of gloves this entire time. Yeah, the Rockies, like anytime it's cold, I'll like use random quotes, and I do the Pretty Bird one all the time, which is weird because it's not like I'm holding dead birds a lot, but and so like the new one though, it was okay. I feel like they just used some of the same jokes, and like the premise is kind of ridiculous, and then at the end of the trailer, I wish I'd stopped watching because that last part.
Was it with the old lady?
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna puke just even thinking about it.
Brad, don't watch it.
Don't watch it.
I will.
Or stop it before the end.
I'll take your advice.
Yeah, no, I think if you're not super attached to the first one, or if you are attached to the first one, doesn't matter. Just don't do it because it's a life ruiner. And I've been in like Jeff Daniels mode lately, just by chance. I've watched like Arachnophobia and Speed and all these random Jeff Daniels movies, and seeing that, I was just
Gettysburg.
I have not recently watched Gettysburg.
Well, that actually brings something up. Has there ever been a good comedy sequel? I can't think of one.
Oh, that's a good question.
I
feel
it was okay, but that's probably the best I can do.
Which one?
Ghostbusters 2?
Ghostbusters 2. I like that. When I was a kid, I really liked Airplane 2, but I don't know if that holds up as an adult.
Yeah, it's basically the same movie as Airplane.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was an Airplane 2, so.
There is. There's definitely an Airplane 2.
Caddyshack 2 was legendarily awful.
That I didn't know existed.
Oh, yeah, it's Jackie Mason instead of Rodney Dangerfield. Don't watch it.
No.
I hate it when they replace people, but then like pretend like they're the people from the first movie.
I don't think it was that exact, but yeah, it was pretty awful.
Yeah, when they try to Aunt Viv it, I'm like, don't try to pull the wool over my eyes. I know what you've done here, okay? That is clearly a different person.
Okay, if you're going to bring the Aunt Viv thing up, though, I didn't know that. Never noticed. Never
you
noticed
have
they
to
replaced
be kidding
her.
me.
Did not.
How can you not notice? They didn't look anything alike.
I don't think there's any way for me to answer that and not sound racist against my own people.
Oh my god, that's so amazing.
Yeah, I don't. It was like I started.
And that's like the benchmark for changing people mid-series. Is people? I'm pretty sure other people call it Aunt Viving someone.
Yeah, and I notice when people leave the series, like, when they like get the Cunningham brother on Happy Days, that I totally notice. But you change the actor, I'm like, same. Doesn't bother me at all.
Oh man.
So yeah.
Oh wow.
I remember how we got to that point. Surprise.
Will Smith even says something to the new Aunt Viv when she comes.
You're counting on me reading subtlety at age 8 that I don't read at 28.
I'm sorry, a brand new actress is not subtlety, Corey. You should have fixed that up.
Well, I gotta say, you guys are making me feel super old because which happened after I stopped watching it because I got bored of it.
Oh.
Like, I'm too old for this.
Oh man, that's unfortunate. So you missed that whole thing. So
I
maybe
knew what happened, but yeah, I was only really familiar with the original.
That's fair.
Do you want me to make you feel old again really quick? I just went to my 10-year reunion on Saturday.
Oh, yeah. Please make me old. That's exactly.
Do you go to your reunions, Brad?
I guess the last one I went to was my 10th high school reunion, yeah. In fact,
what was that like?
God. Yeah, you are making me feel old because my college reunion was just a few weeks ago, but it was the weekend before the Jeopardy tapings, so I wasn't going to fly back east and do all that right before I had something big coming up.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense. That's practical.
Valid.
But when you went to your 10-year reunion, like, was it awesome or like were you cool in high school?
I wasn't exactly cool, but I wasn't like really dorky either.
Okay.
I was
kind of in the middle.
Yeah, I went
normal
sports and stuff, and but I was also like in all the smart kid classes, so I was one of those guys.
Mhm. Yeah. So the guy everybody hates, basically.
Well, yeah, I mean, and that's continued, obviously.
Oh no!
My 10th period was awesome because it was the week after the last Jeopardy tournament, so it was like I could and be like, "Hey, what's up?"
So did everyone know, like, when you got there?
Oh yeah.
That's kind of awesome.
Because
I feel like
town I'm from isn't like it's not exactly a small town, but it's like there's like 60,000 people, so everybody kind of knows each other. So yeah,
right.
thing in the news there for a couple days. So yeah, everybody knew about it.
I feel like you kind of like the attention. Am I right?
Maybe.
Maybe. You were so stoked on it a second ago. You're like, yeah, I went home. Everybody knew who I was.
Well, when you just call me out on it like that, I got to defend myself.
Gee.
Listen, Brad, we're on a podcast. Clearly, we're all a little bit of attention horse here.
Of course.
You can just accept it outright and just go with it.
It's true.
Yeah, Laddie, was it a good reunion?
Yeah, it was cool. They had enchiladas, so I was pretty stoked about that.
That's rad, dude.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, and yeah, it was cool. Like, I really just went because my friend Kelly has been looking forward to our 10-year reunion since we were about 14. She's always thought it would be so cool to be like older and like come back and like see people. So I mean, it was fine. There wasn't a lot of people there. There were some people I hadn't that I had like lost touch with that were cool, and so I got to kind of chat with them, and which was fun. But so I guess it was fine.
I don't know. With Facebook and everything, I just don't super feel the need to do that whole reunion deal. But I don't know. Maybe if someone ever actually organizes something,
have interactions like people, instead of just.
Yeah, you know how I feel about that.
I know. Well, you know how I feel about it. I was exhausted the next day. I felt like I'd been hit by a truck. I'm like, too many mingling, too many people wanting to talk to me all the time. I'm like, ugh.
Oh, it sucks to be popular. Yeah. So, anyways, there's that. That's that little thing. We should probably get into actually talking about stuff.
We have lots of stuff.
Brad.
And Viv is stuff. Come on.
And Viv is stuff. I don't want to count that, but we do have a guest on here. So maybe we should pay attention.
And if you don't stop us, we'll ramble forever about whatever.
We'll go forever. So just interrupt. It's a good idea. No, one of the things that we basically judge our friendships by is pop culture interests. And so an important element of getting to know each other is obviously knowing top pop culture things. So we have a few top threes we want to know from you, if that's all right.
I have trouble with these usually, but
well, here's how we're going to do it. Instead of you having to pick your favorites of things, let's talk about what do you go to over and over and over again, right? So if we were to, say, look at your iTunes, what 3 songs would we find you constantly play?
Okay. Rudy Can't Fail by The Clash. That's
nice. All right, little punk rock.
A lot of Smith stuff. If I had to pick one, I think the top one would be The Boy with the Thorn in His Side.
My God. I was not expecting that. I don't know why. I don't know what I thought you'd listen to, but that wasn't it.
And let's see, number 3. There's probably I'm a big old 97s fan too, so one of those probably Time Bomb, I'll say.
Yes. These are good picks. I feel very solidly about that whole showing. So well played. If I had like an applause sound effect, I would put it in.
I would applaud, but she yells at me when I clap into the microphone, so I won't do that. But I'll give you a thumbs up instead.
You learned your lesson, didn't you, Laddie?
I know. Gosh, one time, and I get all kind of crazy about it. Anyway.
All right.
Those were good.
That's good.
We're doing movies, right?
Yeah, movies. What 3 movies do you watch over and over again?
Goodfellas has to be number 1.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, gangster movies are so good. I give you double thumbs up for that choice.
Do you sit and watch it and focus on it, or is it like, oh, I'm cleaning my house, I'm gonna put it on in the background?
Both. And it's one of those where you notice something new every time you see it too, which is one of the things I really enjoy about it. Like, in fact, it had been a couple years since I watched it the last time I watched it, and the doctor that gives Henry Hill the Valium when he takes his handicapped brother into the hospital is Clayton from The Wire, and I had never realized.
I haven't watched that yet. Yeah. I just watched the first episode, and I was just really confused. So maybe I'll get that when I've watched more than one episode.
It's like a Dickens novel. There's stuff going on all over the place, and it twists and turns and weaves in and out with each other, and it all comes together.
Yeah, I don't know if comparing it to a Dickens novel is how you get me to watch something, but I'll get there eventually. Okay, your other two.
I mentioned Caddyshack before. I can watch that a million times, and
That's
it's
a good one.
still funny.
That's one I quote fairly regularly. I feel good about that.
Yeah, Cinderella boy about to become the Masters champion. The number 3. I guess that'd be tough.
You can fudge it if you have like a tie.
I've been watching Rushmore a lot too.
Really?
Yeah, I sort of went away from it for a few years, but it's back.
Did you see Grand Budapest Hotel?
I did. I liked
Did you
it.
like it?
Yeah.
That's my every time I watch Wes Anderson movies, I hate them the first time I see them, and I love them the second time. And this is the first time I've liked one and liked it the first time.
Oh, well,
So,
it's sort of different from what he usually does. It's it's sort of a. I guess he tried to do something with that awful Darjeeling Limited movie where they sort of like on the road.
Yeah, that was awful.
Was that the train one? Was that the train one with Brody, right? Adrian Brody?
Yeah. This means Brody.
Well, because he has, I was trying to be nice, but I realized it, so I stopped. That seemed mean afterwards. Sorry, Adrian, if you're watching. I didn't mean that. You have a beautiful nose. It's great. It's very distinct.
Very distinct. Yeah. That was no good. That one is one that the second time was no better than the first time I watched it. That's all right. Rushmore is fun. I enjoy Rushmore. It's not my favorite. Not as good as. What did I just
What's
say?
your favorite one?
Grand Budapest.
Oh,
Sorry.
Darjeeling Unlimited? Is that what it was?
Get Grand Budapest Hotel. You have no idea.
Oh, that's the one with
Goldblum.
Yeah. Those are okay. I'm glad that you knew what I was talking about because these are the glasses, and then I was trying to do the water on the hand from.
Chaos.
I'm not very good at charades. I fail, you guys. I'm not very good at.
No, that was really bad charades. But I got this. So I'm always looking for Goldblum.
Good.
And
that was it.
Was that it?
No,
that's
top
not it.
TV or movie crushes.
Yeah, the most important.
It's really important.
Ooh,
this is the most important.
Ooh, wow. Kerry Russell in The Americans. She's one of those like hotter at 40, 20.
I know, right? I agree wholeheartedly.
And she was hot when she was 20 too. Don't get me wrong, but
I know.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
But
now,
very well.
I agree.
I guess every guy digs Khaleesi from Game of Thrones.
I don't get that one.
And as well. That was just.
I'll give you it.
Is that the dragon lady?
Yeah.
Yes, the mother of dragons.
Yeah. Do you like her as Khaleesi or in real life?
Yeah, she looks very different because she has the brown hair in real life, so you like don't recognize her.
I haven't seen much of her in real life. I'm just going go.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
That's
Number
cool.
3.
And let's see. TV and movie crushes. I'm a Natalie Portman fan too. So
yeah.
That's pretty common. You've got those are fairly
those are solid.
Normal, solid crushes. All right, we'll
I like
accept that.
one.
You're allowed to stay
I
on the
will
show,
too.
Brad.
Yeah.
Good job.
Barely.
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 Yeah.
My tally allowed you to.
Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see.
So then we'll move on to actually asking you questions about things. But my first question, because I tried to make sure I did some research before having you on here, so I didn't just ask you everything people always ask you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I can't make any promises, but my first question is that Wikipedia says that your name is Bradford Gates. Is that real?
That is actually true, yes.
That is real.
And I had an evil friend of mine that's responsible for that.
Wait, that actually put that up there on Wikipedia?
Actually, because there's really no way to know that unless you actually know me.
I was wondering.
She went in and edited my Wikipedia page without my full name in there.
Yeah, because, I mean, the obvious second question after that is, did you wear a lot of sweaters tied around your neck growing up?
Absolutely. And the Nantucket red pants.
Yeah.
And summers in Newport and, all that stuff, yes.
Yeah, totally went to sleepaway camp, didn't you?
Yeah, and boarding school. And,
boarding school.
Camp
I played lacrosse.
I played lacrosse briefly. Yeah, it's a good
Really?
days.
Okay,
I
that's
did.
like a sport.
I am from Massachusetts.
We didn't have that sport at my school.
Yeah, because you're from here. That's the problem. You miss out on throwing things with a net.
Yes, it's very northeastern.
It is.
Oh.
Field hockey and lacrosse.
Yeah, we had a lot of soccer. Played a lot of soccer here.
Yeah, everybody here plays soccer. I don't understand
That
it.
was the thing as a kid. It was like, that was what you did. That was the sport you did. Because you can play it when you're little, so your parents use it as daycare, I think, because you can start when you're like 5.
Yeah, that's a good point. Are you following the World Cup stuff, Brad?
A little bit. I used to be like completely anti-soccer, but I've come around a little bit lately.
Huh.
Anti-soccer? Do you hate fun and bunnies too, or what? I feel like that's like
it's exaggerating. Soccer
actually
is
happening on the field. That's usually what my
right?
is.
Yeah, I have no clue what's going on. That and hockey, I'm just like, people are running around and sometimes a ball goes places, but rarely in the net.
At least on soccer you can see the ball. I feel like on hockey it's like I never know where the puck is, and then all of a sudden people are excited. I'm like, oh, someone must have scored because
or they're fighting.
Yeah. True.
Well, I'm actually a big hockey fan, and it does help if you. I can see why people who can't really get casually into it, because you have going on to really know where the puck is most of the time. It's true. Not to watch the puck, but to watch the players, and you can after watching a few games, you can tell by where the players are going where the puck is.
I mean, I guess that logically makes sense.
That does make sense.
They're not just running randomly.
Shooting
randomly.
I'm going to make a note, because in 4 years, when I watch hockey during the Olympics, I'll watch the players instead of where the puck is.
The other thing about much better live than on TV.
I have gone to a live game, but I was really concerned about getting cotton candy. I missed a lot of it.
That can be a problem.
Yeah.
That's like the ideal setting for cotton candy, too, because it's not going to melt like it does at the baseball field sometimes.
Right.
It's too hot, and then you get it, and it's like all over.
If you go to an Angels game, it's so humid in the air that like there's just that sticky mass.
It's just like wet by the time you get it, and you're done for.
Yeah, it's disgusting. So it was great in the hockey arena.
Rink. Either way.
Oh.
I don't know. I see it a lot. It's
like competitively?
No, not competitively. Do you?
Oh.
I don't have that kind of coordination.
That's why I thought that was shocking to me. I've seen you walk before. I was surprised that you were going to be an ice skater at some point.
It's harsh. This is true, though. One time I was trying on heels in a shoe store, and as I was going to a wedding or something, I didn't own a pair of heels because walking is hard, just in general. And I am walking down in this, and I kid you not, the guy who works there looks at me and he goes, "Are you sure you do not want to wear flats?" So sad for me.
I know.
That was what's emasculating, but for females. Is there a word for that?
Effemulating?
God, I hope not.
Oh,
that's the best.
That's awful. It's a terrible word.
Worse.
Yeah, it sounds medical.
That sounds like you're being probed for some reason. I don't know. Am I allowed to say probed? I don't know.
Well, last week you were allowed to say vagina, so I guess you're allowed to say probed too.
We should probably just come up with a list of things I can say.
Yeah.
Effemulating.
Yeah, we're never using effemulating again. That's
a good idea. That's really
Brad
good idea.
has lost word creating privileges.
Time won't be the last.
And we'll move
Brad
on.
can just be in charge of math instead.
Well, no,
you don't want that.
Yeah, that was what I was gonna say.
What?
I watched when you were on what was that show called?
Grand Slam.
Grand Slam, and you got annihilated on the math, and I felt like a kindred spirit right there. That was rough, because I was wondering, thinking, it's at this point, is it old hat for you to win on Jeopardy, and is it much harder to go on something like that, where you're just like, this is out of my comfort zone? They don't ask you math a lot on Jeopardy.
No, and if they do, it's usually like who came up with this algebraic formula or something like that, or or basic arithmetic. Stuff that was much easier than all this like computational stuff that was on that show, like multiplying 4-digit numbers with each other.
With decimals. Putting decimals in is just unfair. That should not be allowed. And then that other dude is just like, what? I got this.
Yeah. It's actually, interestingly, in that the part that you saw with me doing the math, I actually did much better the first time through, but I misspoke. I said like 3-2 or something when I meant it. The answer was 2, but I came out with 3 first, and they had to run the tape back and rule that I actually was incorrect, and then I did much worse on the rest of it. So
then you lose your confidence. I mean, that was brutal to watch. But I mean, so is that more of a difficult thing to do? Those other shows you've gotten thrown into, 1 versus 100, and that one, or is Jeopardy still like, dear God, every time you go on it?
Jeopardy's just fun now. That's the big thing, and the people are fun, and I know all the people on the crew because it's the best job in Hollywood. Nobody ever leaves. So, it's like old home week every time I go back, which is hard about.
Now, how many episodes have you been on total at this point? Do you know?
I think something like 22, 23, something like that.
Okay, yeah, that's a good amount. Even though, I mean, what is it, like 3 they tape in a day or something like that?
5. They do
5 in a day.
5?
Whew. That is a lot.
That's tiring.
Yeah. I was waiting in line for the Craig Ferguson show once, and I met a girl who had just come from being a contestant on Jeopardy, and she got completely worked, like didn't make it to Final Jeopardy and all that kind of stuff. She was talking about how crazy the whole thing was and how fast it was over.
Yeah. That's the thing too, is like people always ask me, do you get nervous? There's really not any time to get nervous, because once they start rolling, it's a job to them. Like Alex wants to get home before the Lakers game starts. Like that's the priority for them.
Right, totally. Well, and you can see how the people who do get nervous just kind of freeze, and they don't do much with that. Do you give pep talks to people when you're coming on, or are you like stiff competition, like we don't talk till after this is done?
It's usually, there's not much pep. It's sort of in between those two. Like trying to psych each other out, which is that I was a little surprised the first time I was on that everybody was super nice, but the contested people just do a great job of getting like regular normal people on the show.
Yeah.
A lot of trivia too. I do give pep talks to people who are thinking about trying out, because a lot of people are like, everybody says I should try out, but I don't know how I do, and it's like, well, you'll never know how you do until you try.
Right.
Or
why
saying
not?
You'd probably be good on Jeopardy. Why not? Go up there and have fun, and that's the best advice you can give.
Yeah, and I read that the audition process apparently begins with a hug. Is that true? Someone hugs you?
I don't think it did back in my day, but they've
that's
changed
right.
Like contestant coordinator regimes.
Right.
15 years ago when I tried out. Yeah.
15, I remember that long ago. I'm just kidding.
I would not be surprised though, since Maggie is the person who's running them now, and she's a hugger. So
okay. I like that. I'm all about hugging, so I feel like that's a great thing. And that's, you mentioned it was 15 years ago that you were on this. So, I mean, like I said, my math isn't good, but that would make you approximately, 5 years old when you were on the show? I mean, how old were you?
3.5.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you were pretty young when you were on it, right?
Yeah, I was 22. Yeah.
And how did that change things for you at 22, having become, 5-day Jeopardy champion? Was there immediately any change, or you just kind of went back to life as normal?
At first, I went back to life as normal because I only won about $50,000 the first time I was on, which
only.
That's nice, but it's not going to change your life.
No.
But then when I won the Tournament of Champions about a year later, that was $100,000, and then I quit my job at the CD store, which that was a thing back then. That's how long ago.
Thank goodness you won Jeopardy, because you'd be out of a job today.
I know, yeah. It's I don't know what I'd be doing. I'd be living in a box somewhere.
Just like your one thing you're like really good at is.
Yeah, it's like it's the only thing I can really do. The only thing I have a passion for. Is,
well, you're acting though.
Oh
right?
Yeah, well that came later.
That came later. So this wasn't like a childhood dream that you thought, I want to be an actor.
Well, it kind of was, although I didn't even know it at the time, because my brother and I used to do all the SNL sketches back at each other back and forth when we were kids.
Aww.
But
that's cute.
Yeah, I mean, where I come from, like, I'd never heard of anybody actually getting into TV or acting or anything like that.
Right.
So, like, I was supposed to go to law school or something. so it just never seemed like a possibility.
Right. That was your trajectory, was law school?
Originally, yeah.
Because your name is Bradford Gates Rutter.
Right. It has to be part of it. I have a whole law firm in my name, Bradford Gates Rutter.
That's true. You really do. So
They walk in, there's only one guy. Everyone's like, this is a weird law firm.
Oh, I'm all three.
Where is everybody?
yeah, that's pretty impressive. But now, and someone did ask this. They wanted to know what your acting projects are now. So you have the pub quiz.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, that's the most current thing, really. And if you go to pubquizcomedy.com, you can see the trailer for the pilot we shot, and it just.
Oh yeah, we watched it.
We did.
It's brilliant.
What do you think?
It's good.
Cool.
Yeah. God, don't
Yeah.
overdo it. Play it cool, laddie.
Oh, sorry. It was okay, I guess. I
It's
mean,
fine.
whatever. It's like if you're like into quizzing or whatever, which I'm
Or-
like, we totally are.
We are. We quiz a lot. I mean,
Yeah,
Oh, I was gonna say, who came up with this? How did you get involved with this show?
Well, my producing partner and I were looking for something to put me in, because that's sort of the best way to go about it these days.
Yeah.
I mean, I go on auditions and stuff all the time too, but there's 100 people at least, going for every.
Right.
That is my nightmare. Yeah.
See on the breakdowns. So it's like, okay, what can we come up with? It's like, well, okay, we like Always Sunny, we like The League. How can we translate that into something that we would be involved in? Like, okay, how about The League, but with pub quiz, and the characters are just as contemptible and terrible as Always Sunny.
Right.
Oh, this could work.
Yeah. It seems like it works. And there's a full
Yeah.
pilot?
Yes, there's a full 30-minute pilot, which we're shopping around right now. But
So
only the trailer is online now, so hopefully you won't see that full 30-minute pilot until it's on FXX or something like that.
Okay, so that's you want to put this on TV. You're not going for Amazon or Netflix or.
Well,
Hulu
I mean,
or things
that's
like that.
the thing too about how much the business has changed, so that those are viable options as
They
well.
are. Yeah, absolutely.
We'll see what happens with it, but we're old school enough that we're going to the networks first.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of living the dream. What's it like playing yourself, though?
It's surprisingly easy.
Is that surprising?
But it's the fun thing about it was it's an evil version of me, or I guess a slightly more evil version of me.
I was about to say, so you're not evil, is what you're telling us.
Right. The character in the pilot has 10 bodies in his basement. I only have 1.5.
Oh, well, that's fine. Who doesn't?
Right. I mean,
Corey, you didn't give him any personal information about us, right? Other than just your name. So he's not going to come find us later.
I
What?
did give him your address. So, yeah.
yeah. The next one is it's a Quiz Bowl version of Dexter. So.
I'd watch
Kills
that.
off the competition as he goes. But justifiable, because everybody's a douchebag, right? Is that what it's going to be?
So did you answer, or could you hear me ask if you pub quiz in real life?
I do. Not every week, but that's sort of what gave us the idea. Was there's a crazy pub quiz with a bunch of Jeopardy champions and rocket scientists and like UCLA professors.
Oh my God.
That kind of sounds like the worst.
That does sound like the worst.
Yeah. No, it is the worst. Every once in a while, it gets a write-up in like LA Weekly or Los Angeles Magazine, and there's a bunch of new teams that show up. And so it's like, oh, the hardest pub quiz in town. So they show up to see if that's actually true, and it actually is true. And a lot of them leave at halftime.
We would fail.
Did that keep going for you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. But there's 2 of you now on my screen.
Yeah, there's 2 of me on my screen too.
Hmm.
That's fun. Okay, well,
Weird.
just ignore me. Keep talking.
I think I was done. Yeah, it's just people come to that quiz to see if it's as hard as it's supposed to be, and yes, it is. So
It is. It lives up to the hype.
it does.
Is it through like a company that does because like the one that I've done before, it's like they're like a company that they have a bunch of like local pubs they go to, or how does yours work exactly?
It's very self-contained. So it's
Okay.
yeah, it's basically just the people that play. One will write the quiz every week and give the quiz.
Oh,
I'm
Oh,
familiar
okay.
with the companies that play at a bunch of bars, but this is just one quiz at just one bar because I think
Okay.
that's all we could really support.
Right. Now, do people get wicked competitive there, or is it like pretty just like, it's just fun?
It's friendly and wickedly competitive at the same time. Yeah,
Okay.
especially if one team keeps winning, 2 or 3 weeks in a row. It's
Right.
like, hey, that's more than enough.
Yeah.
It
Stop
starts to
being
get less
greedy,
fun.
guys.
Yeah.
Gosh.
That's when you just kind of have to take the week off, right? Or like just throw the game so that everyone doesn't hate you.
I don't think there's any of that going on. It's more just like actually, it's a little different too from your normal pub quiz. Is that the teams aren't solid? Like people will rotate around.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's like, okay, we gotta put the all-star team together now and take them down, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's kind of cool. So it's a way of meeting new people as well. Then you're not just like sticking to your crew when you go
Right.
there.
Yeah. It's sort of just a big mess of people, and the teams get picked out and rotated around, and yeah, so you do get you're not just hanging out with the same 5 other people every week.
Okay. That sounds cool, but it sounds like something I'd never do because I would just feel dumb.
Yeah. Oh, totally. I feel dumb at our regular pub quiz. Are you kidding
I like
me?
feel smart at pub
Screwed.
quiz. Wouldn't work out for me. Great with pub
And I'm only
quiz.
funny on like boy band day or whenever they have those. Other than that,
yeah.
I'm like, I don't know.
We are great on boy band categories, I
Gosh.
tell you.
If
You know
only
what's
they
in
had
the
that
thing.
every week.
Well, that was my day at the CD store. Was the boy band days.
Yeah. So the golden age, in other
Right.
words.
Yeah.
Yes, as we call it.
So like I even know about O-Town. Like.
Yeah.
Wow! Can you sing us O-Town?
No, but I just know that was a thing, which is better.
Oh man,
That's
I was
okay.
getting excited. I was like, he's gonna bust out some Liquid Dreams, and
That was their song, yeah.
yeah, they did Liquid Dreams and All or Nothing.
I want it all or nothing at all.
Yep, that
Anyway,
was one.
you're trying out for American Idol next year, so it's gonna be really good.
We're practicing a lot on the show.
I do, but I only know half of the songs and I don't know all the words, so it's gonna be really hard to do. But... Oh,
So,
wow.
anyways, moving on. One thing I guess this sort of connects to your acting and stuff. Another Twitter user named Jonathan McDonald wanted to know, how'd you get in such good shape?
Oh, well, yeah, so people might not know that I used to be fat.
That's overstating a little. You were a little chubby.
Really. So,
That was just a great, like, very forward. I used to be fat.
yeah, no, transparency, that's what I'm about.
Yeah.
But the weird thing was that I was always in good shape in high school from playing sports and stuff like that, but then I went off to college and started drinking a bunch of beer and eating a lot of crappy food, and all of a sudden I weighed like 225. So
Yeah, that'll do it.
Stopped drinking the beer, stopped eating the crappy food, and actually started exercising again. It's the same thing. Everybody will tell you, diet and exercise and just sticking with it. And really, it's really the only answer. It's super simple, but it's apparently tough to do.
Well, yeah, that's a big thing. Not eating junk, especially when you go to pub.
Yeah.
And do pub quiz all the time. That's tricky. But there you go, Jonathan. It's not that interesting. It's just diet and exercise.
I guess my number one tip is don't drink calories.
Oh yeah, that's a big one. I know. I'm like, that sucks.
That's rough. It's
I
rough.
love drinking calories. That's my favorite.
Or
thing to
drink
do.
calories and just don't eat anything.
Well, that's an option too.
That's like the Kate Moss method, I think. That and heroin.
Wow. Well, I wasn't gonna go that
about
far.
the heroin. Sorry about that. No. I had a junk problem for like 5 years, and it really just melted the pounds right off.
Yeah, that's the way to do it, man. Just real quick.
I only skin pop now, though. It's much better.
Well, this sort of, I think, any conversation about, recreational drug use for weight loss leads to discussions of now you're an Angelino. You live in Hollywood, right?
Yes, in Hollywood proper.
In Hollywood proper.
Oh,
I'm curious. Being a transplanted East Coaster myself, there's a lot of things you pick up on from Californians that maybe you don't want to. What's your most obnoxious Californianism that you've picked up since being here?
I will occasionally say "brah" and not be entirely unironic about it.
Yes. I'm sorry, I clapped again. That's awesome, though.
No, I clapped too. That is the perfect thing.
That is so good.
When I'm angry, it's like,
that's like
dude,
super.
what are you doing,
I think that's
brah?
obnoxious.
Oh, that's
Brad,
good.
I'm from California, and I think that's obnoxious. So
I know.
that's definitely an obnoxious thing.
I want to punch myself in the face every time I say it, but
You should. You should get one of those rubber bands and snap it. You know how people use that to
oh
stop
yeah,
cussing and stuff?
Yeah,
It's
I think
pretty infrequent though. It's I mean, it hasn't become a problem yet, and I hope it doesn't.
Yeah. Did I may have called you bruh in one of my emails to you. There's a possibility that happened.
It's possible. We'll have to go back and check on it, but
check the archive.
That may have happened.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
I have no sense of like email etiquette, so every time I email someone, I'm like, I just hope they don't mind me talking like this.
Brah?
Yeah, saying brah. That someday someone's gonna be like, I was gonna be on your podcast, but then you said brah. No dice. That's it. I'm not gonna do that. Yeah. And then the other thing I am curious about, I think probably a lot of people are curious about, as you put it, you don't have a jobby job.
Correct.
What are your days like? Are you Hugh Grant in About a Boy? Like, do you have a WoW addiction? Do you CrossFit? Like, what do you do with yourself?
Well, the heroin.
What do you do when you win Jeopardy?
The heroin
does
take up a lot of time.
It's true.
He loses a lot of his days to that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, weeks at a time sometimes.
Yeah. But other than the obvious.
Popping, no, I just usually I wake up. I'll usually have at least one thing I have to be at during the day, so that keeps me pretty busy. But yeah, I like to read the daily news, and I go for a run around the reservoir and all that stereotypical LA stuff.
Yep, that makes sense. So you're kind of living the dream
coffee
for now.
bean and work on my screenplay.
I was gonna say, are you working on a screenplay? Because you're not really doing the LA thing until that's what you're.
I actually am working on a screenplay, but it's an adaptation. It's not original, but
I feel like that's harder. Personally.
Yeah, kind of. We bought the rights to a biography that I don't want to talk too much about, but it's kind of pretty. There's a meaty role in it that we hope to get an A-list actress attached to, because it could be Oscar bait. So that's the idea with that.
All right, that's pretty cool. So we'll keep an eye out for that. That's a pretty neat little tidbit going on there. I had another thought. I don't remember what it was. So that's fine. Kristin, do you have anything else you want to ask before we play games? Because we need to get through.
No, let's do the games. I'm ready.
All right, so Brad, you ready to play a little bit?
Yeah, and in your emails you were telling me that this is stuff that I'm going to be completely awful at, and that's really the whole point of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, we feel the need to, this is a silly thing. I think people's minds will be changed after seeing this, but people sometimes kind of hate you.
What? What?
No, I learned this from him too, Laddie. I'm not being a jerk here, because he retweets his readers. He retweets.
Corey, no one's ever going to want to come back on the show if you keep being really mean to them.
Such an ass to Brad Rutter. And
guess what, Brad? Surprise! Everyone hates you. We're going to read mean tweets about yourself.
I consider that. I was like, reading mean tweets, but you already retweet them, so it wouldn't be news to you.
Yeah, it's old news.
Yeah.
It's old news. But I do think that maybe if we just leveled the playing field a little bit, and show some of your weaknesses, we might be able to sort of change that. That's a good idea. So one thing we did, we made our own sort of Jeopardy board. I don't know if you're going to be able to look at this on your iPhone. Can you see that, you guys?
Rutter,
yeah.
There
we go. So this is a really unfair game of Jeopardy that you're going to be playing against Kristin. I'm going to need you guys each to come up with a buzzer sound, though. So, how are you going to buzzer?
Can I just say that?
Okay, yep. Brad.
And I'll go, ding.
Okay, perfect. And Brad, why don't you go ahead, well, I should read you the categories here. So, cinematic superlatives, obviously. Take a walk around. That is all Paul Walker quotes, and you have to name the movie.
Oh my God.
Yep. Hallmark Hall of Fame, where you're going to come up with the title of the films based on their ridiculous plot lines.
That's
You might be able to deduce them. You might be able to deduce them. The next round, Rutter, Jennings, or Craig. We're going to need you to tell us, was this quote from Tumblr about you, Ken Jennings, or Roger Craig?
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, and the final one, you can't win this one. You just can't win this one. So,
self-explanatory.
Yeah. So where do you want to start?
Okay, let's take Rutter, Jennings, or Craig for 100.
All right, let's do it. From the Look at This Jeopardy contestant Tumblr. Who can tell me what blank forgot to wear? Hint, it goes around your neck.
Ding!
Brad!
That was definitely me. I remember that.
You are correct, sir, and you're going to be team one. Yay! Look at that. He's pulling out in front, laddie.
I'm just letting him feel better about himself.
No, I suspect the lead will be short-lived.
Is that how you say that?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how you say that.
Okay. Next one.
Let's stick with it for 200.
Okay. From Tumblr user J.R. Hiley. Now, I ain't saying the dude's coked out of his mind, but, well, yeah, actually, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Ding.
Laddie, you're slow. Yes, Brad.
That was me.
I totally had it first.
No, that was definitely Brad.
I think maybe there's a delay, because I totally had it first.
Okay. Well, Brad, who is it?
That was me, too.
Yes. Correct, sir. Okay. Next one.
I'm sensing a theme. Rutter, Jennings, or Craig for 300.
From Tumblr, this is my favorite, by the way. From Tumblr user, Hi Animatronio. I want blank in me. Like, he's really hot and really smart. And, like, is he married? Does he like younger women? I don't care about the money. I care about your glory and your face.
Ding!
That was me. I got that one first.
I think that was Kristin. I'm sorry.
Yes!
Laddie.
Who is Brad Rutter?
That is correct. Yeah.
Yes! Nailed it!
Yeah, I emailed that girl.
Oh, did you? What? Like, wait a minute.
Oh.
Oh, you're joking with me, aren't you? I see what you did there. I don't know. I can't tell with you, Rutter. You're a wild card. Laddie, pick a category.
Yes!
There's still more in this one. You can pick anything.
I'm gonna pick a new one. Let's go with cinematic superlatives for 100.
Okay. The best action movie of all time.
I know this one.
Laddie.
What is Die Hard?
Duh.
Boom. Obviously. That was an obvious question. You keep giving him my points. I'm team 2.
Oh, fudge. I'm so sorry.
How dare you?
I'm sorry. There you go. Fixed.
It's okay.
All better. Everybody's team 1 to me. Okay.
That's right. Let's do Take a Walk Around for 100.
All right. Do you know your Paul Walker movies, Brad?
Not very well.
Okay. Well, we'll see. Skills of a misspent youth. Yes, Laddie.
What is the skulls?
Correct.
So good.
Come on, Brad. You got to get on this.
I forgot he was even in that.
He is. Yeah, I know, right? Crazy go nuts. Next category.
Let's do Take a Walk Around for 200.
If I win, I take the cash and I take the respect.
I know this one.
Yeah.
This one is my favorite and yours, The Fast and the Furious.
Correct. Brad, come on.
Well, I thought it was Fast and the Furious 2, so I was a little hesitant to
Those often get confused.
Yeah.
Oh, let's do an easier one. Let's do an easier category.
Okay.
Let's do Hallmark Hall of Fame for 100.
This is the easier category. A big city journalist with no time for love returns to her small hometown where old feelings with her high school sweetheart resurface. Brad, come on, take a guess. All right.
Oh, Brad, you want to guess first?
Yeah, okay. Can I see it again?
Is it not there anymore?
Yeah,
okay.
I guess you don't have any control over it.
Nope. A big city journalist with no time for love returns to her small hometown where old feelings with her high school sweetheart resurface.
Let's see. Early edition.
I'm sorry. The correct answer has to be when sparks fly, because that's the best one.
It is the best one. It's true. I'm sorry. But that was a really good guess. And Early Edition was a great show, BT Dubs.
Yeah. Oh, that was
a great show.
Yeah.
Oh, that had Coach in it, Coach Taylor.
Yeah, it had Coach. Did you watch Friday Night Lights, Brad?
That's another one I missed out on.
Oh, well, that's on Netflix, so you don't have to miss out anymore. I'm just saying. Let's Brad, why don't you pick the category this time? Just for,
We're just throwing the rules right out the window now?
Yeah. No, there's no rules here. Look at this game, Brad. Look at this game.
Okay, let's go back to Rutter, Jennings, and Craig for whatever's left.
You have 400 and 500.
400.
All right. Tumblr user Coffee and the City. Damn you, blank from Jeopardy. Team anyone but blank.
Ding!
Brad.
That's got to be me, too.
Correct, sir.
Hey.
All right. You want to go there for 5?
We might as well.
Might as well. Tumblr user Ultra Space Cats. If you aren't following blank on Twitter, you're missing out.
Ding.
Yes.
Ken Jennings.
You are correct.
Is he really funny?
Yeah, he is really funny, actually.
He's very entertaining. When I asked people if they had a question for Brad yesterday, the first response that I got was, "What's Ken Jennings like?" Like,
story of my life.
Do you get asked that a lot? Is that?
It's
constant?
mostly what's Alex Trebek like, so it's kind of refreshing when people ask what Ken's like.
Okay, that's good. What is he like, Brad?
He's very cool. Yeah, he has a wicked sense of humor, which you will find out about if you follow him on Twitter. But yeah, he's exactly as he appears on TV, which is a compliment, I think.
Yeah, that's delightful. And Brad is also on Twitter and fun to follow as well. So, because you'll get to see him retweet his haters for one.
Yeah.
And so that's at Brad Rutter.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to get another one here, am I?
Yeah, I think you're done at this point. Let's do 2 more clues somewhere. Just pick something, Brad.
Well, we haven't tried. You can't win this one. Let's go to that for 100.
All right. We start out easy. Cake or death?
Ding.
Oh,
Yes, Brad.
Both.
Really? Really?
No.
That's incorrect.
Cake.
The correct response. What is cake? Both? Really? Okay. One more clue.
You can't. You can't win this for 200.
All right. This man could never finish a whole beer. Who is it, Letty?
My Uncle Jerry.
It is Kristin's Uncle Jerry. That is the answer. But actually, just by virtue of your clearing that category, you just won this game.
What a dip! We didn't get to finish all the questions.
Don't make excuses. Don't make excuses. It's unbecoming.
Yeah, it's fair and square by Corey rules of Jeopardy. So let me unscreen share, and I feel more confident about the next one that there's no winning. Well, there's really no way to win it. How do I stop screen sharing this? So the next thing we just wanted to do was to maybe try to find some things that we don't think Brad would be super good at.
Ooh.
So, and I don't know, do you have weaknesses, Brad?
Have you been talking to my ex-girlfriends?
Yeah, we've done some in-depth research. So I was going to make a really crass comment, but I stopped myself. So we have a couple categories. There's three categories here of things we think you might not be good at.
Okay.
So the first category is recitation. You good at memorizing things?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Well, I'm not really. I guess I'm probably better than most people, but most of the stuff I remember just kind of sticks there without me really trying.
Okay, well let's test it out then. The first question: how about the first 5 elements of the periodic table?
Okay, hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, and boron.
Oh, you got it! Well played. Very well played.
Wow.
That's
How
would
about
get
the lyrics to the chorus of Liquid Dream?
Don't pretend you don't know, Brad.
Bet you don't know those ones.
I'm totally going to pretend I don't know, because it would be really embarrassing if I had an O-Town poster above my bed back in the day. That would be super.
I know you're an Ashley Parker Angel fan. Just don't deny it. How about the beginning of Romeo and Juliet?
Oh, okay. Oh, there's something about in fair Verona where we lay our scene.
You skipped a little.
Yeah, I know, the first line. Two houses alike in dignity in fair Verona where we lay our scene. And that's all I got.
Okay, good. I feel like you failed that one.
Two houses both alike in dignity, yeah.
It's true. Two households, both alike in dignity. Yeah. You were on the right track, but there's a
lot more
that you missed. So I feel like that's a fail, and we're gonna call it that. Okay. How about the quadratic formula?
Oh.
There's even you can sing it.
Yeah, I know.
Did you learn that, Laddie? You could sing the quadratic formula?
I did. It's like
A squared.
Oh, wait, you're not.
A squared plus 2AB plus C squared over.
You're just saying stuff now.
Root of A. That's something.
It's like you have to do the. It's like the Jack in the Box tune, isn't it?
X equals
Plus or minus the square root of na 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 all over 2A.
Yeah,
That's
you
the
missed
tune. I only know half the letter.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, you both lose on that one. FYI.
Oh, am I playing this? Am I supposed to know these things? Because I'm
No, I
definitely
don't
losing.
know. But you tried, and you failed, so. Yeah.
I did have to recite that during my freshman math class
Yeah.
because I said something to the person I was sitting next to, oh, there's that song that we learned in math. And she was like, oh, Kristin knows the song. And my teacher made me stand up and sing it in front of the entire class.
Awesome.
It was embarrassing.
There. Yeah, that is
Well,
embarrassing.
Goodfellas could have helped you out there because there's that one scene where De Niro says, never rat on your friends and always keep your mouth shut. And that's advice for both people involved in that little story.
That's a really good point. Object lessons from Goodfellas. That's the theme of this episode.
Yes, I should have paid more attention. Should have
Yeah.
thought about that.
All right, the last part of this recitation. Can you say the alphabet backwards?
Well, I've been pulled over for DUI many times.
So it's like, I can't even see it.
Yeah, no, it's really easy for me. Okay. Z, Y, X, W, V, U, T, S, R, Q, P, O, N, M, L, K, J, I, H, G, F, E, B, C, B, A.
Dang. To be honest,
Wow.
I wouldn't have known if you missed one, but that sounded right.
I think that
That was quite impressive. I like your visualization technique.
Yeah, no, I had to, it's in here somewhere. Sometimes I just have to block out all the visuals to actually get it to.
Yeah, I get it. We're distracting. What are you gonna do? It's just the story of our lives. So you did all right on that round, actually. About half. So good job there. So the second round is finish the rap lyric, and you might be good at this from being a CD store guy.
Yeah, maybe we'll see.
Yeah, Laddie, what do we have for him here?
Ooh. Do I have to actually rap it, or can I just say it?
No, you can just say it.
Okay. I just don't want to disrespect the artist.
Yeah. Start on me, okay?
The first one is, when the pimp's in the crib, ma.
Oof.
You can do it. When the pimp's in the crib, ma.
When the pimp's in the crib, ma. The hose in the back, ma.
No. That's not even close.
I have no idea.
It's drop it like it's hot.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yeah.
When the pimp's in the crib, Ma, drop it like
it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Yeah. Okay.
It's hard because Ma doesn't really rhyme with hot, but it like kind of does.
Yeah. But we're gonna take it back to maybe your days here.
Yeah. You might know this one.
All right,
you ready?
So,
do you want me to read it?
No, go for it. Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. And my sound's laid down by the underground. I drink up all the Hennessy you got on your shelf. So just let me introduce myself. My name is...
Well, my name is Humpty. Pronounced with...
Yeah!
Yes! Wait, I'm not supposed to be excited you got it, but I am. I'm excited about that.
What's got Vicky in a Burger King bathroom?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Best song ever. Best ever.
Man.
Okay. Good. I feel good about that. All right. So, last one.
Right.
No.
Next
No,
one is...
not last one. I'm kidding.
What?
It wasn't the last one. I was wrong. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, there's actually two more.
Yeah.
This piece is my recital. I think it's very vital to rock a rhyme that's right on time.
This piece is a recital. It's tricky.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's not the whole line, but you're close. Yeah.
It's tricky to rock a rhyme, to rock a rhyme right on time. It's tricky.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah,
that's the one.
Yeah.
Tricky.
Alrighty.
All right.
Here we go.
This one you should know. This is a rite of passage right here.
Mm-hmm. Let me welcome everybody to the Wild Wild West estate.
That's untouchable like Elliot Ness.
Yes. Correct. Absolutely correct. This next one we're gonna need more than one line. Okay. I just want you to know that. Kristin?
Okay. Now this is a story all about how my life got flipped and turned upside down.
What's the...
Come on. We know you know this.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground.
You skipped a little bit.
Most of my days. Yeah, I can't...
That's fine. Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah.
Come on.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised on a playground is where I spent most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing in, cooling in, shooting some b-ball outside of the school. With a couple of guys that were up to no good. Started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got one little fight, and my mom got scared and said, "Move with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air."
Yes, that's good enough.
But I can't remember what comes between that.
That's right. That's a lot of people lose it in that general vicinity. I feel good that happened. We might have to make that like a separate clip. Brad Rutter does the Fresh Prince of Bel Air theme. So okay, you're better at rap lyrics than I thought. We're not humanizing you very well.
No.
But impressions. How are you at impressions?
Do you want me to give you some other lyrics you should try to finish? I'm just kidding. I don't have any more. I can't even finish my own lyrics, so I'm not sure I can give you ones that would be hard. Can you give you a Hunter Hayes song?
Yeah, I really never heard of him until just like half an hour ago. So
yeah. But if
Corey, you should let me come up with the song lyrics.
Impressions?
Wait, what? Yeah. Oh, sorry. It cut out for a second there. But impressions. How are you with impressions?
Depends.
Okay. I will admit, I heard your old school Sean Connery, and it could probably use some work.
Oh yeah.
So let's hear Sean Connery.
Well, I'll have to think of something that was on the Celebrity Jeopardy episodes.
Obviously.
Not a fan of the ladies, are you, Trebek?
That was pretty good. What do you think, Kristin? Does he pass?
That was decent. You just gotta talk like you don't, like your teeth are loose. That's what I feel like he talks like all the time.
You know? Now, Jack, I'll be damned if I'm gonna pay you $800.
It's kind of like, I feel like it's kind of Sean Connery if you were also a gangster. But I like it. I'll give it a pass. I'm willing to get it to go. How about John Malkovich?
Oh. See, the key to this stuff is like saying stuff that he actually said, and I'm having trouble.
I should have come up with like lines specifically, but how about I'm getting the
Give me more cowbell. That's always the good one.
For Walken.
But that's Christopher Walken. You went back. You gave away what our next one was going to be.
Well, I mean, that's all.
What are we doing right now?
No, yes.
Sorry.
We're doing Malkovich. Yeah.
Oh.
Chris is working while she's podcasting.
I know. Sorry.
He was in that commercial about with the Siri commercial. I'm trying to.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Or he was in Red. Did you see Red?
I didn't.
Oh.
Our male guests are really failing us on the Red thing.
Yeah. Why doesn't anybody like that movie?
I don't know. It's a problem. It's a real problem.
Oh.
Okay. He's got it.
It's gonna be awful, but I'll give it a try. Places for linguiça. Yeah. That wasn't even an impression I did.
Nailed it.
Wow. No.
No, that's
I think that's the best one so far. Out of the two that we've done.
All right, well, let's have some walking now that now we've got that out of the way.
I gave it away. Sorry.
Yeah. I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell. Now, that was terrible. I can do better.
That was so bad.
Yeah.
That's awful. That was horrible.
I think because you got the cowbell in my head, but that probably wouldn't be the one I could do the best at. I see. Most of my impressions are just impressions of other people doing impressions.
Right. Yeah.
I'll go with the Jay Moore, like "Good night, Moon." Cow. The cow says good night to the moon.
I think you're actually doing it. You're doing it, Peter.
Yeah. That one, I had to redeem myself after the cowbell thing.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
Yeah.
That
was really bad.
We're going to call that a pass-fail. A fail for the first half and a pass for the second half of it. How about Alan Rickman?
Oh. Okay, so I got to think of some Hans Gruber, I guess.
Yeah. Know your audience right here.
Yeah.
But it's also tricky because if you screw this up, I'm never forgiving you. So.
So if you want something lower stress, do Snake.
I can't remember any of his lines from that, though.
Kristen, feed him something.
You know the part when he's talking, he's like, "You're just another cow, disillusioned American. Think he's John Wayne." That part, I'm not very good at it either.
American thinks he's John Wayne. That was just like that's just standard British accent. I can't get Rickman.
Well, and he's not like British in that.
Yeah,
way.
no, he's German or whatever. Yeah.
You can do the Snape. You can do Snape. That's always one. Where he's
Snape.
like, obviously, even put a stopper in death.
See, I can't compete with that.
I know.
What's
Kristen's
next?
nailing these right now. Next one. How about John Wayne?
Oh God, this is gonna be bad too, but I'll give it a shot.
That's the idea, Brad.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of something without Pilgrim because that's so overplayed.
Well, but if you can nail it, that's all that matters. There's a reason people go with the Pilgrim thing.
Yeah. You must be new around here, Pilgrim. Nah, terrible. That's terrible. Oh.
We've finally found something that we are besting him at.
Oh man.
Two more. Alex Trebek.
Ooh, sorry.
Like it sounded nothing like him, but the spirit was right. Yeah.
That's really he's eliminated all Canadianisms except sorry.
Yeah, you're pretty right there actually. But I'm still calling it a fail. I'm sorry, Brad. I'm sorry. I can't give that to you.
That was pretty bad.
Most importantly, can you imitate us?
No.
Give us your best California girl.
Oh my God. Okay, so I was like driving down the 101, and there was the terrible tractor trailer accident, and he just jackknifed right over the median, and it backed up all the way to Pasadena.
Oh no way, Brad, you should have just used Uber. Why are you even on the freeway? You should have used Uber.
Oh no!
Points! I'm giving that one to you. Okay. We
right.
have talked forever. You're such a sport chilling here with us for this long and through technology problems and things like that. So thank you, Brad.
You're welcome. It was fun.
Good. I think I speak for both of us when I say we had fun as well.
Good times.
Thanks for letting
Always
us.
a winner.
Yeah, thanks for letting us mock you as well. We appreciate it.
Your impressions are terrible.
Yeah, your impressions are terrible, but that's okay. We still like you. It's good.
True.
Even
can't
more.
do anything, I guess.
Yeah. So where can people find you on the interwebs?
Twitter at Brad Rutter, and I have a Facebook fan page too, but I'm not on a bunch. But yeah, that's about it. And pubquizcomedy.com if you want to see the trailer for the pilot.
All right, so pubquizcomedy.com and at Brad Rutter on the Twitter. So that's it for us today. We'll be back next week with Craig Ferguson, staffer and host of The Cameron Lewis Show, Cameron Lewis. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to us on iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, and anywhere else the cast shows up. If you like us, go ahead and drop a few stars on us in the iTunes store. And remember, we love to hear from us. We love to hear from you, not from us. We hear from us all the time. So follow us on Twitter and Tumblr, or shoot us an email at electricfancave@gmail.com. So for now, I'm Corrigan Vaughn.
I'm Kristin Latterell.
And this guy over here is Brad frickin' Rutter. So catch you next week, everybody.
So I do try Sean Connery occasionally and occasionally Walken, but I'm trying to think of anybody else I do. But I don't really. No, you're right. I really suck. I have no impressions. I just
You
think.
have other strengths.
can't either.
Brad, you have other strengths. Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
Yeah, you can't do the intro, the beginning of Romeo and Juliet, and your impressions need a little work. But I think in the grand scheme of things,
Yeah, I'm probably doing
you're
okay.
all right.
You
You're
can
doing
finish
all right.
rap lyrics. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's impressive. I really thought we were going to get you. I really thought we were going to get you with those.
What can I say? I'm a Renaissance man.